Hello again, welcome back to the channel. My name's Lad for Set Play Gaming. This is my Elden Ring playthrough and it's part 5. I'm playing Elden Ring for the first time. If it's first new time on the channel, welcome to the channel. And my character is loosely based on Chinook from the Mortal Kombat series. I'll talk a little bit about that in a second. But we did travel back to the Church of Elleh as we join in on the action. And we've been met by a witch sitting on the wall. Her name is Renna. And she's asking me about the spectral steed Torrent. And if I am the being that the rumours are about wandering around this realm. And so I have confirmed that I am the being that is now in control of Torrent. And she's now given me a spirit calling bell. We will get onto that in a second. And I'll show you an example of what these powers can do. And she says that I can use these spirits and call them for help and use them as I wish. So obviously being, as I said, my character is based loosely on Chinook from the Mortal Kombat mythology. He is known to do very evil things and use powers obtained in any ways means necessary, often for evil do's. I don't know how that's going to align with the Elden Ring story, because as I said, I haven't looked ahead. I haven't, when I bought the game, I didn't go out and originally seek out like a big playthrough guide to see, what happens at the end. So I don't know where this story is going to take me. I do know that obviously as the Tarnished being that I am in the game, I'm given an opportunity to fight to become an Elden Lord. And given the fact that this is, my character is based on a wizard mage concept, I thought that Chinook would be a good fit. Again, I don't know whether Elden Ring's going to push me more towards a heroic status, in which case that isn't really, something that would fit Chinook, but it is what it is. I could have chosen a couple of other characters from Mortal Kombat or any other video game series that fit that kind of deal, but I went with Chinook. And here is the example of the spirit calling bell. You can see the lone wolves, they're going to attack the Godric Knight, and I used the Godric Knight here as an example simply because if you'd been watching the last episode and the episode before it, this guy was giving me so much problem. I was like, oh, well, you got to sneak up from behind, you got to do this, you got to do that. And I come up with various different ways, techniques to take him down. And if you're new to the game, then by all means, check out those techniques. But this one, as you can see, makes pretty easy work of the Godric Knight. And so now he's no longer going to be a problem for me because I have this spirit calling bell. So that was pretty easy. I did want to show you this simply because, as I said, it's new powers obtained, and with Renna passing on this spirit calling bell to me, I'm assuming that throughout the game I'm going to be granted these extra spirits from other places, and I'll be able to call different spirits using the bell and a combination of buttons. From what I saw in the arrangement in the options menu, you can store them as like a pouch menu, and you hold triangle and then press right, left, up or down depending on which one you have it assigned to. Much in the way there, I've just done triangle and up to call Torrent, and now I'm heading back down this pathway. So back to what our original plan is. One of the main, I guess we could call it a quest. So obviously our quest is to become an Elden Lord and obtain as much power as possible, which is something that would interest Chinook. He is known to visit different realms. So again, that kind of fits with what we're doing in this story. And then the other thing was the sort of side quest, I guess, if you like, is when I began this adventure, I started off up there in the Chapel of Anticipation and the Stranded Graveyard. And there's a section there that it's kind of fogged up. It's like a gold fog, and it's protected by an imp statue which requires a stone sword key. Now I did find a stone sword key down here in Dragonburnt Ruins. However, it says I don't have enough stone sword key. So at the moment, our mini side quest, I guess if you like, is to find another stone sword key. And that is basically brings you pretty much up to date. Now, one of the things I wanted to do was, I've been over on the left side of the lake where this big dragon is, where the dragon burnt ruins are, and I've been around the left side, all up that rock face, and I've been around the opposite side, but I haven't been down the right side. So I guess what I'm looking to do here today is just explore this right hand side of the map, because I haven't been down here and I just wanted to see what was over on this section. You see some monuments, and there's also a guy that, like a sentry on horseback, that comes riding, like a knight's cavalry, I guess it's called, that comes riding up here in a second. We have to avoid him because I don't know whether we're strong enough to take him down just yet. But there's like a big old temple, I guess, crumbled temple. So we're going to come over here and have a look, see if there's any pickups that we can make over here. There he is. There's the cavalry, and he patrols that area on that side of the lake. There's a fire over here. Let's go and take this guy out first. Just it's not letting me auto lock onto him, so he must be an NPC. I can just talk to him.
You must be the new Tarnished.
You'll do well to steer clear of Elden Lake, fledgling. A dragon roosts there, and its fearsome it is majestic. So this guy's warning of his impending doom, that we're going to be turned to ashes if we go to Elden Lake. And I definitely don't think we are anywhere near strong enough to take on a dragon right now. So that is advice that I will take. Turn back before it's too late. So, as I mentioned, is that, you know, it doesn't look like we can buy anything from him. And he's warning us not to go to Elden Lake. Now, I did find out a little bit somewhat by accident. What's that over there? There's like a little mini battle going on over there. Let's go and have a look at that. I did find out by accident, actually, that these little skulls with eyes, glowing eyes, if you do the stomp or you do like a bash move, it breaks the skull, and then there's a rune inside each skull. So if you're running around looking to farm runes, I would definitely recommend trying to pick up as many of those skulls as possible, the ones with their eyes that are lit up. So there's like a battle down there. At some point we could do well to go and intervene and then loot the bodies. Looks like zombies of some kind against the undead versus Godric soldiers of some kind in the midst of a battle. I don't know whether that's going to stay there or whether it's just going to keep respawning back if we kill them, but we'll have to go and see that in a different time. The next thing I want to check out is, you see over here, might have to go all the way around actually, so we'll just make our way back over to this cliff face over by the chapel. Here is the dragon burnt ruins. We spent, I think if I remember correctly, it might be episode 2, part 2, I think, that we spent most of our time here. That's where we found the stone sword key. And we just go over this way. One of the things I wanted to do was a quick run on Torrent and just basically run through the Stormgate and see what's on the other side. I know when you stand under the gate, if you look up, there's like one of those massive trolls just stood on the mountaintop. And I don't know whether he jumps down to get you or whether you meet him at the top and fight him at the top of the cliff face or something like that. I just genuinely don't know. And curiosity has got the better of me, so I want to use Torrent. And I'll probably die, but the main thing is that I want to have a run, sort of like a trial run and run through and see what happens. There's also some soldiers, some sentries on the inside post of Stormgate as well, so I think they'll be waiting for me. But it looks like this sort of like you can go through. And obviously there's going to be some kind of resistance there. You can see the Agil Lake here, and that is the dragon that the NPC is warning of us of. I didn't show the earlier footage from this clip, which is basically I saw some zombies and I wandered into the lake thinking I could just hit the zombies, claim the loot, but this dragon just swooped down out of nowhere. It's a shame I couldn't save the footage actually. I would have loved to have shown the dragon swooping down because it was fantastic footage, but I'm sure you could find it somewhere on YouTube. We're just going to take a quick run now with Torrent. Less focused now on looting these bodies and farming these bodies for runes. I'm just going to run to the Stormgate. Here it is. And you remember we did spend an episode as well on the Gatefront ruins. This is the area. We have farmed that area quite a fair bit for ruins. And here we are. So I'll just show you inside the gate. You can see those soldiers posted there. And we're going to just sprint through. There's the troll up there, Stormgate. And just try and get through. Jump that. And jump this one. There's another one at the end. Oh, got a hit there. Let's see what's on the other side of this mountain. I'm curious. I could have just jumped that. Oh, there's a golden tree. Now, I believe if we stop here at this golden tree, a golden seed. That's brilliant. We could definitely do with that. And now we just move on, kick on, see whether we can... I don't know if we need to go back or should we just continue a bit more. Oh, the soldier's coming back this way, so we might as well just continue on. Oh, wolves. Uh-oh. A wolf ambush there. I'll have to remember that. And there's a save point here and a shack. So check this out. Just get off Torrent. Uh-oh. Wolves are here. No, I don't want to do that. Right. Let's deal with these wolves first. And then check out this shack, because there's something on the ground over there. Right, just go and save it. So we've got the Lost Grace here. A nice little save point past Stormgate. And we can now... Oh! That came out of nowhere. Looks like they've all come over. Let's see if we can deal with these. There's one there. Deal with him. Is that all of them now? I think that's all of them. Jump up there and get that. Whatever this is. Maybe a gold rune. Oh! Now, as I just said at the start of this this episode, we were looking for a second stone sword key. And we've got one here at this shack. There's, everyone who came with me, they crossed the sea for me, they fought for me. Only to have their arms taken, their legs taken, even their heads taken and stuck to the spider. Now, at the very beginning of this game, when you go through the story, the opening intro, you come out of this resting place and you lift the door up and you come out into this area and you start sort of wandering around. And it takes you to this courtyard where this, I think it's called the Grafted Scion, and it's like a spider with all these things on, and it basically just obliterates you because you're like a level 1 or whatever you are. So, and then you end up in the tutorial bit. So my understanding is that that's what she's talking about. When I saw this, I thought, so she's scared of the Grafted Scion, and I have to say, I can understand why. I have to admit, when I when I got to that bit, I swung my blade, but it didn't seem like I made much of a dent on him. So if I have to face him again, then I'll use my magic.
Can you take this little one along with you? The poor thing deserves someone braver than myself. And the spirits look rather fondly of
So this lady here is another some kind of practicing wizard of some kind, and she's just given us the another spirit. So I'm just not sure now whether we should kick on and move forward, because we've got that second stone sword key, and I'm thinking now, as I mentioned to you at the top of the show, we actually had a section at the beginning where the Chapel of Anticipation and Stranded Graveyard is, and there's a section there that's got this gold mist around it, and I've been looking to open that ever since I started this adventure. And I'm one of those people where I don't like to go really, really far ahead and leave something behind and then forget about it. Even when I was playing Red Dead Redemption 2, I tried to stick to the task. So that's what we're going to do. I just clipped out some of the travelling there, because there wasn't really much point in showing the travel back through Stormgate. We're just at the... that's another character here.
Forgive me. I've been testing you.
Okay.
To see whether or not grace truly does guide you. And whether you have acted based on challenge.
Okay, so she's been testing us, Melina.
Seems my worries were unfair
So, one of the things
from the very start.
as well that I was wondering was, is the game going to give you a chance where you can
Can do to offer you
use the grace and...
table hold.
Can I take you to the round table hold? Gathering place of tarnished champions guided by grace. Yeah, I mean, if it's going to make us more powerful, let's go for it. Let's go and see... Let's go and see what that place has. I don't think we've ever been there, so it makes sense. But I was just wondering whether at some point further down the storyline, after you've been guided by grace, because that's seen as more of like a noble, positive thing, isn't it? Whether you can sort of practice and champion more the dark arts and be more of a sinister character, or whether it's going to push you in just one direction and you only end up picking, you know, being a hero every time you play. I'd like the idea of being able to pick your own destiny, so to speak, whether it's an Elden Lord for the good or bad. It'd be nice to have the option of both. Not only that, but from a game's playable point of view, if I choose bad this time and I can practice that and do that, then it'd make sense if I recreate a brand new character, I could do good in the next installment. So it says here is a gathering place, and you're not allowed to do any combat here, so there's no point in getting ourselves all armed up. Let me take a walk around this. Looks like a big castle of some kind, medieval castle. We can talk to this guy. Doesn't looks more like a statue. I don't know whether he's meant to. I can't remember the last time a new Tarnished made their way to the round table. Very well. As your senior, I bid you welcome.
I bid you welcome.
It is safe here. You may let down your guard. Allow me a word of advice as your senior. You are a mere visitor to the round table, nothing more. A house guest, yet to earn their keep. Well, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to earn the keep. Remember your place, newcomer. Well, he's a bit rude. Might have to put him in his place at some point. Sure I can, once I get into those sorceries and incantations and make my character a bit more powerful. There's a guy there as well, and another one over there. There's two more to talk to.
You must be new here. I'm, well,
Just call me Dialos.
the honor of one's household.
The honour of one's household important in these lands. Have you met a young woman named Lanya on your travels? No. Fickle as the wind. Take your eyes off her, but for a moment and she's as good as gone. It sounds like your slave. Okay. Isn't really much else to do with him. Let's go and talk to this dude over here. This guy looks like he's got a toilet lid stuck around his neck. Corin, a man of the cloth. Look like a man of the toilet, I've got to be honest. I teach incantations. And explore secrets of the Golden Order. One day, if a Tarnished of the Roundtable hold should become Elden Lord, I might counsel them. This guy actually could be the most useful then. Especially if we're looking to propel Chinook into that evil wizard role where I can learn some magic arts and stuff. Do you still see it, the guidance of grace? At the moment, yes. I'm going to tell him that I see it.
Wonderful news. Most Tarnished are blind to it these days.
Yeah, well,
Something of a rare breed.
I'm a rare breed. Okay.
What do you say?
Care to learn an incantation of the two fingers? Brother Corin, so I can learn incantations here. Heal, cure poison, magic fortification, flame fortification. This is pretty cool. Rejection. Catch flame. Flame sling. Okay, so hopefully that's not all he's got. All these like extra spaces here. I'm sure other stuff is going to unlock in the game later on. Some of these could be really useful actually, but I only have 866 runes, and the reason for that is because the runes I did have I used to, you know, make my character stronger. So I've done some upgrading to my character and made him better. And what I like to do is, if I'm going to do like a run like I did with the through Stormgate, where I don't know what's on the other side, I don't want to have like 6,000, 7,000 runes or 10,000 runes and then die again trying to get them back. So I always like to try and carry as few runes as possible. That way if I die and it's only a couple of hundred runes, I can always get them back quite easily. So you can see there as well that my character right now, Chinook, is only a level 10. And, Vigor 11, Mind 15. Endurance and Strength 9, Dexterity 12, Intelligence 16, Faith 8 and Arcane 9. I like to try and get some of the other attributes up. Obviously Endurance and Strength up to 10, Faith to 10, Arcane to 10. And then I can focus on Intelligence and Mind, because I think that's where some of the major attributes should be, especially with a wizard / mage. You have a look as well at some of the other things as well around here. I don't think this is the only character that we have. And I want to say as well, if you are enjoying this series, consider leaving me a comment. As I always like to say, if it's a comment that is non-spoiler, I definitely welcome it. Suggestions as well, in terms of, you know, if you think that I'm near an area that I could get a better weapon or a better spell, then please do suggest it, just to give me a general hint or idea. I don't mind stuff like that, as long as it's not a spoiler about people dying or things like that, anything that's going to drastically affect the storyline. I don't mind the comments, I quite like them. And I'm also, as I've said there, I've started now the official playlist on the channel, as this is going to become a series. There's a blacksmith over here smashing away. I don't know whether we need to see this guy just yet. I'm assuming that's where you go to if you want more forging done. There's a lady over here in the corner. Let's see if there's anything over here. There's nothing here.
Greetings, great champion called by grace.
A champion called by grace. I am fear. Circumstances have compelled my stay at the Roundtable Hold. Great champion, would you allow me to hold you but briefly?
But briefly.
Hold me? You might share with me some of your lively vigour and your stout-heartedness.
Do
Well, this is a bit weird. Doing so will grant me the warmth of a champion, and you, I am sure, will bear a Baldachin's blessing. Do you think it vulgar, perhaps? Where I come from, it is a sacred act. Well, I don't know what a Baldachin's blessing is, but if it increases my character temporarily, I might as well do it. Right now, my guy's actually giving off more Assassin's Creed vibes than he is anything else. So, at some point, I'd like to... So there it is, Baldachin's blessing. That you felt like... What you felt like up inside you was a Baldachin's blessing. Though it is but a fleeting thing, I am afraid. Come back to me should you require another. I will take you in my arms as often as you need. Okay... So yeah, at some point I'd like to improve the threads that my guy's wearing. He isn't quite wizardly just yet. I'm still wearing the startup gear. And it's the same, I guess. I'd like to increase the weapons that I have. Both the sword and the staff. Now I have been doing some looking around. So we'll just see how we get on with that. Best. I'll have a look round and make sure there's nothing we've missed first. There's a guy there. He's got like a gold mask on. He looks a bit like that guy who used to be in Tekken. What do you want? Another rude guy. I hope we get to smash these guys' faces off at the end. It'd be kind of nice. Like an Olympic tournament or something. There's nothing on that table that you can take. I was just making sure. And these are all books. Whoa. What's this? Twin maiden husks. Offer a bell bearing. Wow, look at all this stuff. Oh, these guys have got some good stuff. A white cipher ring. A memory stone, I need that. I need to buy that, but I haven't got the... What's that, 3,000? I'll have to come back for one of them. These guys have got stone sword keys, so if I come across any other areas with requiring stone sword keys, I can come back here and buy a stone sword key from them. So, we're gonna do a flask charge here. We'll increase that with a golden seed, and then we'll allocate those flask charges, I think. We'll change that because we can just use 2 and then have 3 because we need to be using the magic more anyway. So when we get another golden seed, what we'll do is we'll probably add a health charge. I'm just going to get out of here. There isn't much else to look at, but it's a handy place to know that. We'll go back to... can we go back to the Stranded Graveyard? Yes, we can. So, as I mentioned, the Stranded Graveyard does actually have an area. And I'm going to have a look. Here we are. There's the statue. It required 2 stone sword keys. We finally have 2 stone sword keys. So we'll just use the stone sword keys now. There we go. And so now we've unlocked this area. When we come back in episode 6, part 6 I guess, we are gonna go and explore this area. I don't think I have enough time here because it's already 29 minutes, so we've already spent half an hour. It's hard to believe, especially, you know, it feels like so much happened in just 20, 30 minutes. But that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. I'll be back soon, as I said, with part 6. Just a quick update as well. I did get the camera, so it's just a case of waiting for it to be delivered from eBay. And then maybe in the next episode, or at least episode 7, I will be back on camera again like I am on my PlayStation 4 videos. If you did enjoy this, please smash a like and leave a comment, and consider subscribing to support my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you. This is our lad for Set Play Gaming. See you guys real soon.